YouTube, how we doing? PPS back here. It is the 15th of October. We're coming at you for some college football plays today. It is college football Saturday. A huge week, a lot of pretty big time games. Today I'm going to a little bit lower end games, and then one pretty good matchup that I think will be shootout potential here. Um, so let's do our quick recap of last show. Luckily, I don't know you guys. I don't know if you guys saw this. I did add another unit to this. I did post that. So I ended up having 2 units on this because I got this on FanDuel at 11 and a half. So that obviously came through. UCF absolutely dismantled those guys. It was an absolute bloodbath. Um, I was very surprised that they kept the line where it was. I was kind of worried a little bit early in that game because they just decided we're going to score some points. They had 10 points in the first 12 minutes, this being Temple. And I wasn't even expecting them to score 10 the whole game. So, it was not what I was expecting, but um, nonetheless, we did cash it, and we're heading into today's stuff. Framber did get hooked. This was one of the worst ones I've watched in a while because he looked so good for so long, and then with 2 outs in the 6th inning, gave up a walk or gave up a hit, or gave up a walk that looked like a strike, and then a double, and then another walk there. So there was just a little bit of that stuff that we were talking about, right? The ability for him to walk guys, and nothing you can really do about that on our end. But he looked fantastic for most of it. So, we got 2 college football plays today, guys. Heading into this one, 11 and 8, 3.33 units profit for you guys here for free. If you guys are getting anything out of this, if you could, please smash that like button for me. Means a lot. Helps the channel out with all the algorithm stuff that YouTube does here. But without further ado, let's head on into it. First play is going back to one of my favorite leagues. I'm going back to the MAC. It's going to be the first half of Central Michigan, Akron, over 29.5. I absolutely love fading Akron's defense. This defense is absolutely atrocious. They gave up 55 points last week to Ohio, 31 to Bowling Green. Both of those MAC games did go over their first half total of this number. And their offense started clicking a little bit last week. I really like to see that. We saw them put up 34 points last week. We saw receivers go for combined almost 300 yards, right? 2 receivers combined them for 300 yards. We did see Akron's QB too put up some decent numbers in the last game as well. They are 1-5 in the MAC, and I guess so is Central Michigan here. But I really like Irons here. DJ Irons showed the ability to run the ball well. He's got 175 rushing yards and a touchdown rushing, but still has 1,500 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, right? He's good in the pocket, has the ability to run. I think that's important in this game because Central Michigan really can't stop anybody. They're really just kind of very, very much underperforming, right? This is one of the best teams in the MAC, and I believe they're 1-5 to start the season. Obviously, Oklahoma State, I'm not going to take anything away from that because obviously they're extremely good. But there's just so many things here defensively that just kind of gives me issues. Let me pull up the Central Michigan stuff too. You guys know I showed love to my boy Lou Nichols on the first show of the year, and ever since then, he really hasn't done much. But the volume is there. It is not the reason why, and I think that what we just saw with Ohio just carving up this Akron defense, I think we see Daniel Richardson take that step forward in making things happen again, just like he did in that first game against Oklahoma State. I think Lou Nichols has a massive game. Looking at Akron's defense, there's just not anything to be worried about. If we just look at these last couple games, right? This Ohio game, right? This Ohio team is good. They're good. I'm not going to say they're very elite. They gave up 427 yards to Rourke. Obviously, Rourke's pretty good, but 16 carries, 90 yards, and 3 touchdowns to Ben Gurra. Ben Gurra being the starting running back for Ohio. If you give Lou Nichols 20 carries on these guys, he's going for 150. He's going to go for 150 on these dudes. He's absolutely going to shred this defense, and I just think that this is going to be one of these games where it just goes back and forth, complete Mac type of action here. Both defenses haven't been able to stop anybody really, and now we're going to see a huge step down in competition for Central Michigan here, and I think that we're going to start seeing them score the ball like we've seen them in the past. We're going to see that typical Lou Nichols day, Daniel Richardson up and down the field here, because Akron can't stop the pass or the run. So should be a fun game. I think this is one that definitely shoots over this total and absolutely cruises by it. Second play of the day, last one for the show here. I'm going to BYU team total over 33.5. I know a lot of people are probably worried about Jaron Hall's injury here, but he came out, said, I've been working with the trainers. That's all I can really do. Everything's feeling good from where we're at. And this Arkansas team is just absolutely riddled with injuries, guys. Like, destroyed by injuries, decimated by injuries. And 3 of them are in the secondary. That's the toughest part, is BYU now has a complete full weapons. All of their weapons are back. All of their receivers are healthy. Christopher Brooks has looked great on the running game, right? Nakua, Romney, first time playing together was last week. Those are their 2 top guys. And then obviously we just saw Cody Epps, who just had 100 yards receiving last game. So 3-headed monster here, 3-headed guys who can do some big-time damage in this game. I think BYU absolutely just throws the ball all over these guys. Like I talked about Brooks a little bit earlier, their ability to run the football is there. Arkansas's defense is just bad. But what I do like for this total is we do have, I believe, I haven't seen everything about it, but I'm pretty sure Jefferson is feeling 100% now. And that means they're going to score pretty quickly. So I like the over in the game for sure. I think that's the spot to go as well. But BYU, I think, is just going to run this total up. I think that they're going to score close to 40. I think the total is 67, which is a little bit higher than I'd like to pay. But I think both teams can score on both defenses pretty easily. And having Jefferson back, I think, gives BYU the ball back a little bit earlier and a little bit quicker here. So there's just too many weapons on the outside for an injury riddled team here like Arkansas. There's going to be some fireworks in this game, and it's in BYU, which is obviously a pretty huge home field advantage there. So I think BYU comes in, absolutely just runs it up, right? Let's see some big numbers from Jaron Hall, even with his little injury there as well to his shoulder. I think that BYU just torches this secondary, and we see this score go. I'm going to predict 40. Let's go 45-32 maybe. Maybe that's where we're at. 45-32 BYU. Let's go, baby. I'm excited for this one. I think this one is an underrated game on this slate. Obviously, you got some massive Tennessee, Alabama. You got some big boys playing. But I think this game has shootout potential, and I think BYU definitely comes to play here at home. So, recap. Akron, first half, over 29, minus 125. They are facing off against Central Michigan, and BYU to score 34 points against Arkansas today in Provost. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, hopefully we'll be able to add to this total. Hopefully we'll be in that double digit soon enough. But thank you guys again for tuning in. You guys are the best, and hopefully we'll come back with 2 W's here for Monday. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck on all your bets, and let's kill this slate.